Girish Raghavendra, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Read 2 times tables, dear.
2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, 2 threes are 6, 2 fours are 8, 2 fives are 10, 2 six are 12, 2 sevens are 14, 2 eights are 16, 2 nines are 18, 2 tens are 20.
Very good. Thank you. Mute yourself.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Yes. Next, Mahati. Mahati, read out the 3 time table, ma. Mahati, are you in? Okay then. Sukirtan?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Sukirtan. Can you read the 3 time table?
Yes, ma'am. 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6, 3 threes are 9, 3 fours are 12, 3 fives are 15, 3 sixes are 18, 3 sevens are 21, 3 eights are 24, 3 nines are 27, 3 tens are 30.
Yes, very good.
Ma'am, I know to 12.
Very good, Akana. Very good. Everyone have to revise your tables. It's very, very important. Okay, next. Vaibhav 3D. Vaibhav, are you there, Vaibhav? Okay, Shri Asni.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, read ma. Read the 4 time table.
4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8, 4 threes are 12, 4 fours are 16, 4 fives are 20, 4 six are 24, 4 sevens are 28, 4 eights are 32, 4 nines are 36, 4 tens are 40.
Very good. Next, Arjit.
Hey, Gurudev, ma'am.
Yes, Arjit. Jai Gurudev. Read the 5 time table.
Okay, ma'am. 5 ones are 5. 5 twos are 10, 5 threes are 15, 5 fours are 20, 5 fives are 25, 5 six are 30, 5 sevens are 35, 5 eights are 40, 5 nines are 45, 5 tens are 50.
Very good, Arjit. Yes. So today we have revised till 5 and next session we will revise from 6 to 10. So multiplication table, please revise every day. Without multiplication, you cannot do anything. Okay, now we are getting back to our session. Gayatri ma'am, is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am. Here.
Yes, thank you ma'am. So children, we are going to see the next lesson in English. The Emperor's New Clothes. This is one interesting story. We are going to see about an emperor who's very fond of new clothes. He is only bothered about his clothes and dressings, and he is not bothered about the kingdom or people or anything. So, and we are going to see how this emperor, excuse me, is being tricked or being fooled by 2 thieves or imposters. Okay, imposters mean people who pretend to be like someone else, just like acting. Okay, now let's see the lesson, the story. There was a vain emperor who just loved clothes. Shri, please do not disturb the class, ma. So vain means always bothered about oneself, not worried about anything, bothering only about dressing, appearance, and all that. Okay, so this emperor was only bothered about his dressings, his new clothes. So every day he used to wear new clothes and he used to admire himself, and he also wants others also to admire him. More than ruling his land wisely, he seemed interested only in changing into a new suit. So he was not bothered about anything. He is only bothered about his new suit. Suit means his dress, his clothing. He would visit the theater and go out in his carriage so that people would get to see his new suits every day. Ma'am, is my audio audible?
Ma'am, ma'am, it's clear. Please continue.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. So he wants his people to admire him every day. So what he used to do, he used to wear new clothes and just like a parade, he used to go around the city and show off his clothes to all the people. How he loved to show off his new clothes to all the people. So he was bothered only about his clothes and show off. Instead of discussing with his ministers the state of the kingdom, he was more interested in the opinion of his clothes. So not bothered about anything, not bothered about country's finance or not bothered about country's kingdom, people or anything. It's only self-centered. Self-centered means only taking care of yourself and dressings and appearance. The stories of the emperor's love for clothes spread far and wide. So people came to know about emperor's love for clothes. From all over the world, people came to know about the emperor. So one day, two thieves or two imposters, as I said. Imposters means, what did I tell you? Imposters are people who pretend to be someone else. Pretend means to act like. So they acted like weavers. Like the weavers. What is the meaning of weavers? Person who make clothes. What is the meaning of weavers? Who make fabrics or clothes. So they pretended to be like weavers and they tried to fool the king. The cunning fellows landed up at the emperor's court one day and asked to meet the emperor. So they went to the palace and they met the minister and they are explaining, we have heard that the emperor loves clothes and have come to make him a suit with a beautiful cloth. Now, can you see the minister? He is one of the faithful minister. So he is hearing what are all the impostors are telling him. And he replies, the emperor has got so many suits made of so many different clothes. What is so different in your cloth? So he's asking. See, everyone has lots of clothes, right? So the emperor has more clothes. He's asking, what is something special in yours? Now they are explaining. Well, you see, her cloth is so light and delicate that it is almost invisible. What is the meaning of invisible? Kanna, you can type your answer in the chat box. Anyway, I like the way you answered. You understood. So that is main important thing. Yes, invisible means not visible. Yes, disappear. Yes, we can't see. Very good. Okay. Yes. Invisible, we will not be able to see. So they're explaining that the cloth which they are trying. Pratiksha, who's it? Please do not share the screen.
Children, please do not touch the screen, children.
So they are explaining that the cloth they are going to make is very, very precious. It is light. delicate, and it is invisible. Invisible means we cannot see it. We cannot see it with our eyes. So that is invisible. Got it?
Want to understand.
In fact, it is visible only to those who are fit to do the jobs they are doing. And fools most certainly cannot see our cloth. So, what are they telling? Only wise people and wise men only will be able to see the cloth. The people who are fit to do the job, who are useless and who are fools cannot see the cloth.
Children, please,
Children, you're disturbing the class.
please do not touch the screen, children.
So, when the courtier heard this, courtier means the minister. When the courtier heard this, he rushed to tell the emperor about this amazing new cloth that the two weavers were talking about. So immediately the minister went and told the emperor about the cloth, that it would be invisible for the fools and it would be visible or it will be seen only by the wise men. Fools cannot see it, you say? And it is invisible to those not suited for the jobs. Go fetch them immediately. So the king became very eager, and he wanted to see the weavers. So immediately he asked the minister to go and get them, so that he wanted to speak to them. If what they say is true, then I will know among my ministers and courtiers should be removed from the post. So he's telling, then if it is really true, then I will know who is fit for the job and who is not fit for the job. So immediately what did the minister do? The courtier ran to bring the two weavers to the emperor. Come on, you two, the emperor shall see you now, and your cloth better be as good as you claim it to be. So immediately he took the imposters, as I said, the weavers to the emperor, and they started to have a conversation. The two weavers were presented before the emperor, where he sat with his ministers. So you weave a special cloth, is it? So the king is asking them, will you weave the special cloth? Is it true? He's asking. Yes, your majesty. It is a cloth that none other can weave. So they are explaining. They are explaining. No one can weave the cloth like we weave. It is very special. Now, what does the king say? So he's telling, you will be provided with everything you need, and you must spin the cloth here in the palace. So the king tells them that you will be given whatever you need, your gold, thread, what and all you need, we will provide you. But you should set up the loom in the palace. Loom is a machine for making cloth. So he's giving bag of gold. Here is a bag of gold to start with. And you can ask for anything else that you might want of. So whatever you want, you can ask. We will provide you with everything. The only thing you have to do is to weave the special cloth and give it back to me. We will spin the cloth here and make the most splendid suit for you. Splendid means very beautiful. A suit which no one would have ever seen. The emperor ordered two looms to be set up in a room. So now they've got a bag of gold and they've got also the king's permission to weave the cloth. So emperor also ordered to set up looms in a room. Looms, I told you, right? Mission. for weaving the cloth. Now, mission in those days, they used to weave with the hand. Like we have in co-optics, did you all know that handloom saris? Even now we are getting, but it is very costly because they are handloom. But most of our dresses are machine made. They use machines to weave the cloth. So handmade is really something precious. In those days, they use only loom machines to weave the cloth. Can you see the picture? See, that is the machine to weave the cloth. So in a room, each one was given a separate loom to weave the cloth. Yes. So now what did the weavers asked? The weavers asked for golden thread and the finest of silks. So they asked for golden threads and finest of silks, which is very precious in those days. Only emperors, kings, and those who are living in the palace, they used to wear silk. Nowadays, like every one of us, we can go and get it. But in those days, it was not like that. Only rich people will wear silk saris and silk dhotis. So it was very something priceless or precious. So what did the weavers do? They got all the golden threads and finest of all the silks, and all of which they hid away. They hid away in their bags and pretended to be working away at the looms. So can you see only the empty looms? See, there is nothing, no thread is there in the loom, or nothing, or cloth is not there. They are just acting, they are just pretending. Pretending means to act. They are just acting as if they are working. They hid away all the threads and silks in their bags. So, in the meanwhile, the emperor was getting more and more curious to know what the weavers were doing and decided to send his trusted ministers to have a look. So, the king was always thinking about the invisible cloth. So now he's becoming very, very curious. Curious means very eager. Like you wanted to something. If you are very interested, you will not wait at all. You will want to know more and more about it, right? So that is eager or curious. So the king is also very curious about the cloth. But he decided to send his minister. Why is he not going and seeing the cloth? Why is the king not going? The king can see? No. If suppose the king is not able to see the cloth, then everyone will consider king as fools, right? So he was a bit scared, and if someone is going to tell that the king is a fool, then will he not feel very embarrassed? Embarrassed, like very shy or something like getting negative remarks. It's like that. So he would feel very embarrassed. So, what did he decide? Instead of himself going, he thought of sending one of his trusted ministers. Trusted means we will believe them blindly, trusting, to have faith. Okay, so he thought of sending a trusted minister. So now, what does the king do? I want you to go and and look at the cloth the weavers are weaving and let me know how it is. So he's sending the most trusted and wisest of all his ministers. Now the minister replies, of course, Your Majesty. I know exactly what you're trying to say. So the minister went to the room where the weavers were busy working. So now the minister arrives where the weavers are working busily. And what does he do? What does he see? Oh, come in, sir. So they are welcoming him. Have a look at this beautiful, intricate design we have woven. So intricate means something very detailed, all small work, small flowers, patterns, and all that. Okay, so they're just showing their cloth to the minister. Is there any cloth or fabric in their hands? No, yes, there is nothing. So it is, they are just fooling, they are just cheating. Yes, there is nothing in their hands. They are just acting as if they have woven a beautiful cloth. So they are just showing off to the minister. Look at this beautiful and intricate design. But will the minister agree? No, the minister, he will not agree, because if he's going to tell the truth that it is invisible, what will the others say? Then the others will tell that the minister is a fool or he is unfit for his job. So he did not tell the truth to the king. So what did he tell? He told the king that the cloth was beautiful and it was really marvelous. And he also told that the weavers were really hardworking. So after explaining all this, and the king also heard the comment from the minister. So again, after some time, the king thought. After some time, the emperor, again grew curious about the new cloth the weavers were weaving. So after a few days, again he was very curious, very eager to know about the new cloth. So again, what happened? He sent another minister, one of his faithful ministers, to go and check the cloth. Now he's sending the second minister. Go and see how my new suit is coming along and come back and tell me everything in detail. So now the second minister goes and checks how they are weaving. Again, he is also witnessing the same thing. He is also not seeing any cloth. He can see only the scissors moving in their hair, and he can see only the machines moving, but there is no cloth or there is no thread or any fabric. But will he agree, or will he tell the truth to the king? No. Obviously, he will not tell the truth to the king, because everyone will think him as a fool or unfit for his job. So, what did he do? He also did not tell the truth to the king. Instead, what did he do? He has collect all the details from the weavers, like what are all the patterns, how the material is. So, all that he noted, and he told the same thing to the king. The patterns and the colors exactly as the weavers had told him, because he certainly did not want to admit he could see nothing. Admit is to tell the truth, as that would make him an idiot in everyone's eyes. So everyone was scared whether all would be accepted as a fool. So no one was willing to tell the truth. Okay, so hearing the comment from both the ministers, the king became very, very curious, and now he is ready. So finally, what happened? He is ready, and he himself thought of visiting the weavers and to check the clothes. So what happened now? The king himself went and to see the weavers. So again, what happened? The weavers are now showing the cloth. Oh, Your Majesty, we have been waiting to show you your new suit. It is so beautiful. And now, even the king is also witnessing. Witnessing means seeing the same thing. So, is that the cloth? No. But will the king agree? No, yes, the king also will not tell the truth. He also will pretend or act as if the cloth is very beautiful and very marvelous. So he will not agree. So with this, we will stop the story and the continuation, and we'll see what happens next in the next session. So hope you all understood the story, right? Did you like the story? Yes. Yes, now take your textbook and we will revise the keywords from page number 16 to 18. Okay, so today's homework, you will read page number 16 to 18 after revising for your Assessment. You have your assessment tomorrow, right? What assessment tomorrow?
Assessment 2.
No. Tamil. Yes, very good. Tomorrow we have Tamil assessment tomorrow. So after learning for your Tamil assessment, sit for a while, take out your book and start reading and underline all the new words, keywords, and revise the keywords and meaning. Okay?
Ma'am,
If you yes.
I am not finished the max exam, ma'am. It is not coming.
Kana, those who did not attend the test, after 3 days, the question paper will be posted in the app under the archive column. So you can go and make use of the question paper and practice it. Okay. So do not worry about the test because you only have to understand the concept. So do not worry about the marks. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, Rakana. Okay. Now we will go to the textbook. Gayatri ma'am, do you have it or shall I share it?
Anita ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Is that fine for you?
Yeah.
If you want, I will share it, ma'am. No problem.
Okay. Okay, I got it, ma'am.
Okay, fine.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, you can carry on, ma'am.
Can I?
Yes.
Yes, children. Can we start reading that? Ma'am, I can't see the screen properly.
Okay, then let me stop share. You can start sharing, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am, fine. Can you see the screen, ma'am? Anita ma'am, is that visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, children. Shall we read the textbook, children? Yes, look at that and follow the annotation, okay? I'm just showing that. So let me read, okay? Read the story to find out how two smart weavers made a vain emperor look foolish, okay? Shall we start? Okay. Many years ago, there was an emperor who was so fond of new clothes that he spent all his money on being well dressed. He did not care for his soldiers, nor did he care for his people. He was interested in driving out only to show off his new clothes. So you understood that that emperor is so fond of his clothes and he's least bothered about his kingdom, he's least bothered about his soldiers. He don't want to worry about the people, isn't it? Yes. And the next one. In the large city ruled by the emperor, new visitors arrived daily. So if it is a very big city, means every day many people will be coming for trading, isn't it, children? They do some work there, isn't it? So one day, two men pretending.
Continue, ma'am.
Sorry. Excuse me. Yes. So one day, two men pretending to be weavers. So actually, the two men are not weavers. They are not no weavers. They will not make cloths and all. So they two are no thieves. Thieves. Okay. That two men, what they did, pretending to be weavers, appeared at the emperor's court. So what is emperor's court? The place where all the ministers, kings will be sitting, no? There will be a place where everybody will be sitting, isn't it? So ministers in the middle, who will be sitting? the king will be sitting. That place is called as court. Okay. So, these weavers became the emperor's court. The weavers made up a story of knowing the secret of weaving the most beautiful cloth with unusual colors and patterns. What the weavers said? So they can make a beautiful cloth with unusual colors and patterns. What is unusual? It's so special. It is so special. It is not common. So common means what? No, everything. You can see that design everywhere. So that type of design you can see everywhere. Common. Unusual means it's a different one. Unique design. Unique means wherever. So no nothing. It will be like that. Okay, like it's like that. Unusual. So now I request all the children to underline the word unusual. Underline the word unusual with your pencil. Yes, this word is very important and learn the spelling. Okay. Yes. So what the weaver said? The weaver said that they know the secret to weave the most beautiful cloth with unusual colors and patterns. So they can do unique design. Okay. So they said that the cloth had the wonderful quality of being invisible. So what is the quality of the cloth? It is invisible to anyone who was either unfit for his office or extremely simple and dull. That is those who are no, those who are not good
Voice
in
is
their job,
breaking.
those who are not good in their job. Okay, those who are foolish. Only those people cannot see that.
Gayatri ma'am, sorry to disturb you. 10 more minutes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, sure. Okay. So those people cannot see the cloth. Only wise men, wise people can see the cloth. Wise means what? Intelligent, right? Yes. So now everybody underline the word extremely. Extremely. Can you see that? Yes. Underline the word. Yes. Let's continue. The, the clothes made of such rare material must indeed be priceless. What does that? Priceless mean? So costly. It's so precious. So what the emperor says. So such type of dress made up of unusual cloth will be definitely a priceless. Definitely a special dress, isn't it? So already you know that the emperor is very much eager, fond of the clothes. So he wanted to wear that dress. Wear that priceless dress. Okay. If I wore such clothes, I could easily find out all those who are unfit for the office.
Only 8 minutes.
I'll also be able to distinguish. What is that? Distinguish. Everybody now repeat without unmuting. Distinguish. Distinguish. What is it? Underline that word distinguish. Yes, underline that. Distinguish means differentiate. Differentiate between. So he can understand with this clothes, he can understand those who are all wise and those who are all foolish in his office, in his court. So by wearing this dress, he can understand, no, like that. So he can differentiate good people and differentiate wise people and foolish people. Yes. This must be woven for me at once. This must be woven for me at once. So he's ordering because he's an emperor, right? He's always orders others. So the emperor ordered, yes, the emperor ordered the two weavers be given a large sum of money in advance so that they could begin their work immediately. So what is the order given by the emperor? The emperor ordered the two weavers to start weaving the cloth. Start weaving the cloth. Yes. So next page. So now look at the meanings for that. Keywords and meaning. Unusual. Unusual means it is not common. What is the meaning of that? Not common. Next one. Invisible. What is it? Invisible. Invisible means Something that cannot be seen. Something that cannot be seen. Extremely. What is it? Extremely. Extremely means too much. Too much. Okay. The next word. Priceless. Priceless means extremely valuable or precious. Extremely valuable or precious. The next word. Distinguish. 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 To recognize means what? To identify, to find out. So recognize means to identify or to find out, to know, to know the difference between two people or two things. So that is called distinguish. To recognize the difference between two people or two things. Okay. Yes. Let's continue. Next. Shall I? The two weavers set up two looms and pretended to be working very hard, but actually there was nothing at all on the looms. What is loom? Look at here. Can you see that picture here? Fact zone. You can see a loom there. So loom, it's a machine used to weave clothes. After that, after getting the clothes from this machine, that cloth will be sewed. Sewed means what? The tailors will sew the clothes, isn't it? So do you remember that you will be getting your uniform dress? Do you remember that? Our uniform will be, it's a cloth only. Later what you will do, you will get the uniform. Later you will go to tailor shop and there you will give the measurement and the tailor will start stitching the dress. Am I right, children? Stitching your uniform. So what the material which is given by our school, isn't it? So that is called as cloth. That is unstitched.
Only 4 minutes.
So okay, thank you so much for your update here. Okay, thank you. Okay, the unstitched cloth is called the, so to make that we need weave. We have to weave the cloth. So the machine used is called loom. What is that? Loom. In olden days, they used this type of loom. Okay. But nowadays, they are not using such type of looms. And nowadays, they started using power looms. Power looms means no need to, humans no need to work on that. Only if you switch on the electricity, if you switch on the power, it will start working by itself. And this type of machine, which is done by the, which is weaved by the human hands, that is called as hand loom. What is it called? Hand looms. So here manpower is needed. So there must be a person to weave the cloth. Okay. Yes. Okay. The two weavers set up two looms and pretended to be working very hard, but actually there was nothing at all on the looms. They asked for the finest silk and the purest of gold threads, which they quietly put away in their own bag and continued to pretend working on the bare looms till very late in the night. What happened? They to weave the cloth, they asked for finest silk, very pure silk and very pure gold threads. So the threads made up of gold. They asked for gold threads and finest silk. So everything is precious. Do you know that? Silk is very costly and even gold is very, very costly, isn't it? What they did. So everything they got it and they put it inside their bag. And what happened? Again, they started acting like they are weaving as of with the empty hand. They are doing that. So what is it? Bare looms. Bare looms means nothing in the loom. No thread is in that loom. So that is called bare looms. Nothing is there, but they are still working on it. Okay. So everybody in the city, I think it's time. Yes, children. 2 more minutes. Please wait for. We are going to give an announcement regarding e-portfolio. So we'll continue this English later. And now this is related to e-portfolio. Anita ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, you can continue.
Yes. Children, dear parents, please note this. Like from May month, we have started doing all the activities, right? So we can see lovely activities in the WhatsApp group. We request you to create a e-portfolio, that is nothing but to create a folder in the desktop or in the mobile and save all the activities either in the photocopy or as a PDF copy. For this is because suppose if the teacher asks to send all the activities, you need not go and search. You can have the collection in a folder so that it will be easy for us to evaluate the mark evaluation. So even we are also saving it, but in case if we miss out something, we can ask you and you will be having a folder and you will save it. So whatever the activities, for example, if you do any activity today, you will save the activity with the date, for example 27/2020, and the topic. If it is EVS, you will type it as EVS Environment Day. So like this, you will save the activity in the folder and name the folder with the student's name so that whenever we ask, we can you can send the folder to us.
Yes,
So
and
when we ask, we will
yes,
give the mail address. You can mail it. Is
yes,
that
and
fine?
yes, ma'am. And
Yes,
also,
ma'am.
if the child is doing any poster like any paintings, that type of thing related to academics, if anybody is asking, so what you have to do is take a picture of that in your mobile and just save the picture in the portfolio. And whatever the writings the child is having, keep it in a separate file. So that is different. So maintain both soft copy and hard copy. Hard copy means keep a separate folder for a child at home. That is different. And apart from that, take a picture of that and put it in a soft copy. Keep it in a folder. So name that folder for that exclusively for the child. So whatever activity the child is doing, take a picture of that and put it inside the folder. Then save it. Please maintain this e-portfolio and normal portfolio. So normal portfolio means it's a button file or whatever file the child is having. You can maintain that also at home. Whatever writing part, anything which is interesting thing the child is doing, you can put it inside that. Yes, ma'am? Is it fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
So all the activities from May month you can file it and also the upcoming activities. So till the onward session ends, we have to do this procedure. Okay, thank you, children. Yes. Yes, ma'am, we can end the session.
Thank you, children.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you, Jai Gurudev.
Okay, ma'am. Bye, ma'am. Jai Gurudev, ma'am. Bye, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Bye, ma'am. Jai Gurudev, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.